Want to explore New York City's Lower East Side like a local and see some iconic restaurants in the city from your favorite TV shows and movies? I'm so excited to share with you my latest food adventure in New York City. This will be a foodie adventure that will take you from the Upper West Side to the Lower East Side, and it's all about eating with the story behind it. Join me as I discover some of the hidden gems and local favorites that make this place so special. Are you ready to drool over some amazing food? Let's go! But first, we take the subway from the Midtown to the Upper West Side towards Columbia University. Immediately, you find a different pace with more local bakeries and a neighborhood feel to the Upper West Side. It is sunny outside today, but a little bit windy. And I have now since moved areas. I'm in Manhattanville area, close by to Columbia University. I've been here a few times. And I'm heading to Tom's Diner. I don't know, I'm a Seinfeld fan, and that's like where the diner is that Seinfeld and them would hang out at. So I decided I might go check that out for lunch. Wondering what the prices are like, because it's definitely probably popular. And then probably we'll go to a cafe, get some work done, and just enjoy the evening. Some days you just gotta chill, take a walk, and enjoy the city around you. I definitely am enjoying this area because I'm like by like 109th Street and I think Broadway, and honestly, yeah, I like the vibes here because it feels like a neighborhood. I walked by a pastry shop, and yeah, there's like a Hungarian pastry shop around here. There's like all sorts of things, and it's just nice to be more in a neighborhood, even in a big city, because in Midtown, I like it a lot, and you're near everything, but it's definitely something like you're by a bunch of big, tall skyscrapers. This feels a little bit more homey, which is a nice vibe. Finally, I made it to a restaurant I had been wanting to try, Tom's Restaurant, where they filmed Seinfeld. Alrighty guys, I'm here at Tom's Restaurant, and I got the meatloaf sandwich special. And when you get the sandwich special, you can get a cup of soup for $1. So altogether, it's like $13 so far, and I got this celery soup and everything's homemade, so let's see how it is. Tom's Restaurant, super popular, and also not only popular but famous, is that they film Seinfeld. So when you come here, you can see that there are like all sorts of memorabilia around and signed copies of posters and whatnot. But what I like most about it is a homey New York diner still. And the prices and service, not so bad, like pretty good for New York, you know? So far, so good. I just finished eating at Tom's Diner, and actually it was really good, and the service was actually really nice. I got to just sit there and have a leisurely lunch, and it was pretty big. I got that meatloaf sandwich with fries, and I even had the soup for $1 extra and the soda. And now it's only like about a 3-minute walk to Columbia University's main campus, and it is so beautiful. I'm just walking into the main area with the iconic dome behind me, if you can see. And yeah, just decided to come and take a walk to show you what's in the neighborhood. Yeah, Columbia is another Ivy League institution located right in the city center of New York City. And yeah, it is something beautiful to come to. You can also take tours here as well of Columbia. And this is really close to the Hostel International, which is a budget accommodation that is supposedly the best hostel in all of New York. So if you're around this area and looking for a budget accommodation, I definitely check this spot out. But for now, I'm gonna head inside. I have some work to do, and I need some coffee because I think I'm gonna go into a food coma because of all that yummy food I had from Tom's Restaurant. As day turned into night, it was time to eat something light. Alright guys, it's freezing, but I still have yet to have a New York City slice of pizza, so I decided to come to Mama Two's, which is supposed to be really good on the Upper West Side, and you can buy slices, but only when you come into the store. They have different ones. I just got a normal cheese slice, but $4.75 plus a Coke, and then I'll head back to see the special comedy show they have at Hostel International. Only one party still is allowed inside at a time. It's a small shop, but they super friendly, and the food in the things look super good. The pizza is in fact very good. Mama Choose, I love you. Good morning. Today we are in New York City in the Upper West Side, but I'm heading down to the Lower East Side for a food tour with Nice Guy Food Tours. And I'm really excited. It's a 3-hour tour, and I'm sure we're going to get a great overview of the food in the Lower East Side. Honestly, everywhere in New York City, the food is amazing. I'm really, really excited for today to see more of the area, and we're starting at one of the most famous places, KATZ'S. Good afternoon. It is a cold one today. We are here right in front of KATZ'S. That's where we're meeting the Nice Guys Food Tour for the Lower East Side, and I'm really excited to take you along with me. I've been really wanting to come to KATZ'S since I got to New York City, so finally we get to check it out. It's a New York institution since 1888, and I'll take you on inside right now. I was so excited to finally try KATZ'S Deli, and not only that, meet Dante, the owner as well as best tour guide for this New York City food adventure.
Save up enough money. Our second stop, Russ and Daughter, started with one of those push carts. The guy saved up his money and then he opened a storefront. They're making a movie about it, Russ and Daughters. So they bought the rights, so they're going to make like a film, not a documentary. So about Joel Russ, who had 3 daughters, who opened this place, and he was the first guy to ever name his business. It would be Dante and Sons, right? But he did Russ and Daughters because he didn't have any sons. Yeah, so they're making a movie about it. There's a sign up above the table about halfway through the restaurant there that says, "This is where Harry met Sally. I hope you have what she had."
Alright guys, so as soon as you come in here, they give you a yellow card, and then you come to these guys. You can pick your favorite cutter. Some of the people actually have a favorite cutter, like our guide Dante, who's amazing by the way, and you can get the pastrami. First they cut you some so you can taste a sample, and then you can sit down. And there's even the area where Harry met Sally. Definitely a really cool place. Yeah, famous people are all along the walls that you can see. They're even filming a TV show right now, a pilot. But check it out.
Like the spicy mustard kind of brings it to life. You don't have to try it that way, but I would. If you like mustard, try it out.
Spicy mustard. Tried a vegetarian option, but when that pastrami sandwich came out, it was so good. Then the son of the owner of KATZ'S Deli came out and was so personable, and even told us a story about when Leonardo DiCaprio came to visit and he wanted to get a picture with him because they have a wall of fame throughout KATZ'S Deli. Then of course we had to get a picture for the wall of fame. Just kidding. Time to leave to our second stop, Russ and Daughters.
A savory side and a sweet side. The savory side does bagels and stuff you put on a bagel. We're going to have a bagel later on in the tour. So I'm going to get you something from their sweet side, a piece of traditional raspberry rugelach. It's this dessert with raspberry jelly and then a cream cheese cinnamon dough around the outside. It's tight. If you want to squeeze it, you take a look.
Alright guys, so we're just outside of Russ and Daughters, and I just got this arugula, which looks so amazing. So good. Guys, so we're just walking on Orchard Street. This is where they would have all the push carts and whatnot, but they have all these buildings, and you see they're tenements. And they only go up to 6 stories because they wouldn't need an elevator. They're not a skyscraper over 7, and yeah, it was just synonymous with cheaper living.
When they put a new one up, it leaks a little bit, but as the wood expands, it insulates and it won't freeze, and it's pumping water to those top floors. And all the buildings above 6 stories will have either that or the World Trade Center probably has some new thing that's above my pay grade. But a lot of the old buildings will brick them in. So
and this is a sit down for Russ and Daughters located on Orchard Street. Not bad. And that's the UPS store that I dropped my bag off. The thing about going on a tour like this is they give you suggestions, like going to the Tenement Museum, which is something I wouldn't have expected. Alrighty guys, so we're here getting some dumplings. There are 8 stops on the Nice Guy Food Tour, and honestly, it's so awesome because the guide itself, Dante, is just like out of this world, hilarious, and has so much knowledge. He's grown up in New York, he's from Yonkers, and yeah, he's taking us around and really showing us a good time. I'm really excited for dumplings because I love dumplings. We're on the edge of the Chinatown neighborhood. There's actually 2 Chinatowns in New York City, one in Flushings and one near the Lower East Side. But let's go inside and get some dumplings. We had a mixture of veggie and meat dumplings, and I love this store because it showed you a variety of food choices as well for different budgets. Oh, this tastes so good. So we're in the Connery candy shop. So much candy. This candy shop was old school, but it also had candy from around the world, which was pretty cool. All right, guys, we're crossing the street, and this used to be the Essex street market over here, but they moved since 5 years ago across the street in a new building because people didn't really know it was here. So now we're heading to the Essex market right now. Alright guys, so we're here at the Essex Street Market. Oh, this looks like a good bakery, Sugar Sweet Sunshine Bakery. And yeah, they used to just have everything in push carts on that Orchard Street, but now it's since moved here into this nice food hall market. Looks so good. You can buy fresh fish, vegetables, and this moved here 5 years ago. I just got the coffee thanks to the guide, Puerto Importing Company. Time's comfy. It's really good. And East End Market, or the East Market, has a lot to choose from. Let's go to the next stop. Finally, we headed to our last few stops, and we got to meet the character, the Pickle Guy.
Alan doesn't like to talk about it, but he's actually been working here since 1891.
1891. Wow.
I started right after the Revolutionary War.
Three-day-old pickle.
What happens after 3 months? Nothing.
3 month
4
pickle.
months, 5 months, 6 months, it stays this sour. And then it starts to turn at 9, 10, 11 months.
Come on. You're embarrassing my people. I know. You embarrass me, okay?
Bially's like the cousin of a bagel. It's flatter, it's crunchier. They don't boil it first. The owner heard me telling the group this one day, a couple of years ago, and he goes, "Tell them it's a Jewish English muffin." And that is a pretty good description of Bially. Kind of flatter, crunchier. They put a little dimple in the middle and put some sweet onion. They came from Bially stock, Poland. Do these ones that are sticking
So
up.
on the outside,
Then try the everything bagel, and then try the strawberry.
Bially.
Yep. No, you go.
Bially.
No, you go for it. Yeah.
Finally, it was time to part ways with the Nice Guys Food Tour. It was such an amazing experience, but I was running late for my bus at the Central Terminal. So barely made the bus, but finally here, going with our bus to Boston. But yeah, I had to run here and take a cab because the subway that I was going to take was not working. So that's what happens sometimes with travel. It's unexpected and chaotic. But we made it to the bus. Hopefully this space, it looks like it's pretty packed. But for a $35 ticket, my Uber costs more than the bus ride to Boston. That's just kind of ridiculous. It was time to head back home, but New York City is such an adventure, and if you have the opportunity to travel here solo, please do, and don't pass up the chance. If you enjoyed this series, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss the next series. And as always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and hit the like button so more people can see this.